Welcome to Conclave. Today we'll be looking at startups. That's our agenda for today, global and regional perspective. So, and I know that by the time we're done, we'll learn a lot of things. We're going to come up with a number of discussions in respect to startups, and it may be a basic information, it may be a background information, but the reality is that sometimes we need to go back to all these things that we used to know, and that will also, inform us more and more, and also help us to go back to, the drawing board and they do one or two things based on what we already know. Then, where we also running it from those points in the senses, we want us to also start from the very beginning, then build up and build up. So these are the reasons why we're taking up down a course on saying startups and all that. So having that been established, let's just go to introduction about startups and then we'll take it up. Our agenda outline covers startups from concept to launch, types of startups, then business plan. That's what we'll be looking at this morning. Being very, very brief, and let's see how we can run. A startup is a new business, in yes, word of introduction, it's a new business in the early stages of development and operation. I may not go deeper into this. What I think in the MBA class, we went through the stages and all that, yeah, deeper and deeper. Now, during which an entrepreneur or founding group, comes up with an idea for a product or service, then researches it, develops a business plan, raises funds, and then launches. Registering intellectual property, that's IP, a unique creation. So these are two different things now. A unique creation. So we're taking it from the business aspect, I'll take it from IP registration, not just an idea in order to protect it and protect it is an important stage of the startup's process. Now, protection includes trademark, patents, copyright, etc. So these are all part of startups. So it can be a product, it can be a service. You can remember, as I told us, you don't just have a product-based or service-based company. Two of them run together. Excuse me, two of them run together. Very, very important. Your service base, your product base, your service base, your product base, you also a service base. So they run together. Then, or if you have an intellectual property, something no one have done before, you're the one that brought the idea and all that, then you need to protect it. They are all part of your startups. Very, very important. Now, the early days, before a company is fully developed with a working business model, it is known as what? As a startup. Yes, yes. Now, remember the word here, before a company is fully developed, say the startup evolves from an entrepreneur or a group of entrepreneurs with an ideal or with an idea or invention. Good. So it can take a few years to turn into initial concept or prototype into a viable, profitable venture. Now, I want us to look at this critically. Please, I want to look at this critically. In most times, especially this younger generation, once an idea comes to their mind, the next thing is, how do I make, how is to make money out of that idea, to make, millions and billions of dollars out of that idea. Please, it takes time to build. It takes time to build. This is one of the reasons why we choose to, come down to this topic, the agenda again in this, forum, in this conclave. It takes time to build. Let it drum into the ears of these younger ones. Let it drum into our ears. It is not magic. It takes time to build. It takes a time to build, for it to become viable, profitable, and all that. Please. So the startup founder tries to attract support and financial backing to achieve rapid growth. Now, during this phase, which can take anywhere from a few months to several years, the business changes quickly. Yes, a whole lot of things keep changing and keep changing and keep changing and keep changing. Think about it. Fundamental here is that it takes time to build. Now, in the US in the 2020 alone, they had 4.35 million new businesses application. That's for US. So you can also get the same data for Africa, you can get it for Nigeria, South Africa, UK, and rest of them. So you can get it across the globe, the same data for across the globe. So think about it. Very, very important. Very, very important. Yes, fundamental. Yeah, Collins, it takes time to build. Very, very important. It doesn't come overnight. Yes. Learn to do business school. We've been there since 2012. Yes. We didn't just wake up and start running a business school. We did not. Since 2012, we've been there, and we started as a consulting firm. From consulting firm in 2016, the business school came up, and we didn't just start in 2016. No, no, we did not. We worked on it till 2020. Then we took off in 2021. Think about it. So 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. We are still working on our uh, 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 MVP. Yes, yes, our MVP. Working on our MVPs. Think 5 years, 5 good years just on MVP alone. That's reality. That's a simple reality. It takes time. It takes time to build. It takes time. Please, please. I just want, I'm taking time to make this introduction. Then on the intellectual property, see, the term startups becomes commonplace during the dot-com boom of the late 90s. Now, when thousands of entrepreneurs with web-based products and their services found funding, many on the strength of their intellectual property alone. Yes, giants like Google and Amazon both started up at this time. Since then, technology business have become one of the most talked about startup types. Yeah, even to date, their values is often based on 100% on intellectual property. Even to date, tech, everything, tech everywhere. Yes, it's working, but you must build it. The Amazon that you know today, the Googles you know today, go and do a little research about them. It took time. It took time. I didn't say your own will take that long. Well, please sit down to build. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. They need to know the internet, internal setup, that originate from inside a large organization. Then patent trolls, individuals or companies who buy the patents, of failed startups and they attempt to collect licensing fee from potential infringers of the patent and all that. So we'll look into all this. Now, the big idea, yes, consider the IP registration and all that. Buying of domain. That's when this thing hits you, for the sorry for the .com, the IPs. Get register your IP, find a name, buy a. What I mean, register your IP. Very, very important. Your intellectual property, you need to protect it. Yes. Find a name, then buy a domain, research market and all that. Choose a startup type with a social conscience, prime to grow big, then to fit lifestyle. Make a business plan. Explain how business will make money, describe unique aspect of the business, determine how much money the business will need, and there will take and all that. These are the basic things that we're going to look at. Seek for help, yes. Join a business accelerator, enter a business incubator, go for it alone, or find investors. Then find funding, invest. Invest savings. Yes, that's how you start. Invest your savings. Ask friends and family. Take out bank loans. Seek venture capital. Try crowdfunding. These are how you can also make money. We get to look into all this. Prepare to launch. Plan a marketing campaign. Run a test launch and refine message and offer. Then launch. Win, lose. Research indicates that in most Western countries, 80 to 90% of the startups fail. Yes, 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 yes. Not only in the Western country, globally, it's hitting now. Most startups, they fail. Go and ask most people that is doing well in business. They will tell you how many times they failed before one clicked. So this is very, very critical. Sorry. It's very, very critical. Very, very critical. So learn it, learn it, learn it, learn it. Like learn it. Very, very important. So these are a graphic presentation of what I just told us. All right. So let's take it from deeper dive now. Let's do a deeper dive, and I have like around 15 minutes or thereabout to do this. Yes. Any questions so far? Any question? If you have any question, kindly raise your hand, and the house will be open. Get to have access immediately. All right. On this, let's flow. Now, any startups from concept? Okay, go ahead, Sister Mary. Go ahead. Ask your question quickly.
The question I want to ask is, can you throw more light on research market? You made mention of research market.
Sorry?
I say, can you throw more light on research market? You made mention of preparing and training.
Okay. We
Can
have.
you
Yes, I understand you to research the market. I will touch it a little as we flow. However, um, is a full agenda. We'll look into it in the near future. Yes, how to research the market, the customer personnel, how to look at customer models, look at how to bring out the ideal customer, how to do your customer file profiling and others. We look into that. We look into that. It's a full agenda on its own. That may even take us maybe 2, 3, 5 meetings. But in general is very simple. It's all about you have your product, you have the people that will need your product. How do I know that these people need my product? That's where we now do the market research. Yes. So, and most times it's better you do your market research before you go into full blast. Yes. That's where the MVP is very, very important. You can't do market research. We can talk about market research without MVP. Show them go together. So these are the things we're going to learn in the future. Things we're going to study, agendas we're going to treat in the future as we flow. So there are deeper things to treat. Just relax. We'll get there. You have to get them in details. I hope the little I've said have made sense now.
yes, Doc?
Thank you so much. So let's go deep into this. Now, start us from concept to launch. A new business can be described as a startup in the early phases of its launch. When an entrepreneur comes up with the idea of a product or service and develop into something that will sell there. So that will sell. Once it will sell. So this between the idea, product, something that will sell is not small journey. I will not deceive you. See, between this, the idea, coming up with an idea into something that will sell, it's not a small journey. Yes, it's not. It's not. It's a critical part. It's a critical part of everything. Is just in one sentence, one line. I just said it. Time you get into this, it's from the idea, products, services develop, then into something that will sell, you will know. But we'll take time to do this as in go in this agenda, in this conclave. All right. So how it works? The idea is just the start. Yes, The next comes to the process of expanding the concept into a viable business. Yes. Now, specialized help may be needed in some areas. A digital marketing, yes, areas a digital marketing advisor and an accountant to advise on the best structure and financial setup. For example, now what the business, product or service are called can make or break the startups. Yes, very, very important. Very, very important. The name is very, very important. It is worth spending some time doing online research, to check that no one else is using a desired name, especially in a negative context. Very, very important. Very extremely important. Yes, so just the name alone can mess up the entire idea. Very, very important. Now, I often advise when you're setting up a business, you may not have the money to hire a lawyer, you don't have the money to get an accountant, you don't have the money to have a consultant, you may not have the money, which I call them business doctors. But these three guys are very, very important. Make friends with them, ask questions, meet them once. But when you stand, don't just run away. Pay them back for tapping into their brain. Yes, that's one challenge about this environment. That's one challenge about young businesses. When they start, they feel that they start doing well. They forget those that were there for them. Please, they were your friends. They helped you. They gave you free information, free advice, guided you freely. When you stand up, please pay back, pay back, pay back. Very, very important. Very, very key. For all those information they gave you, people pay big money for it. Yes, but they give it for free. Pay back. Now, location is another consideration. It may be possible to create a virtual office and work from home. Yes, finding office is an extra stage. Yeah, yes. But the aim at startup is to do what? Keep costs low. If you part of our codes, we discuss this during the code. So when you get the material for code, you can get more detail on this. Now, need to know lean startup methods of learning fast and then learning fast and then discard what does not work to keep startups costs low. That's one thing by lean startup. It's also an agenda on its own. But let me touch it for those that that are hearing for the first time. Lean startup simply means how to cut down whatever we don't need. How to cut down whatever we don't need. Most startups, they will start, probably they raise money, their personal savings most times, or even get money from people, but they'll spend over 80% of the money on things they don't need because there's no proper market research. Only by the time they now launch, find out all the products, everything they are struggling to do, what is driving that business is only 20% of all the giddy they did. 20%, only 20%. So think about it. Then the 80% of the other one was a waste. They will not be running the business based on 20% of what customer is buying. Then now 20% become the 100%. Had it been they know about the approach, lean startup approach, they would have focused on that 20% with the information they got from the customers, the person you're cooking the food for. Very, very important. That's the little I'll talk about lean startup. Then startup pivot. The pivot, quickly changes direction or correcting mistakes based on customer feedback and or technology change. Yes, very, very important. So if you apply lean, then please apply pivoting. Pivoting is very, very important. Ability to do what? Quickly change immediately. If you know you're making a mistake, you're spending money on the wrong side, pivot, change immediately. Don't go and bury yourself into it. No, very, very important. And all these, they are product of what? Feedback, technology, feedback, technology. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now, come up with a good idea. Very, very important. That's a startup. Come up with develop a product or an idea for a product service. Now, you do your registration. Very well. I've mentioned all this already. Set up an online presence and all that. We all know much about all this. I won't talk much on it. Registering the domain name and setting up your website is very, very crucial. Once you discuss with somebody, the next thing they go online, especially for those of us in this generation. Number four, decide a name quickly. I've mentioned all this already. Yes, create a look, a design, a logo, and all that. I think we treated this in the past. Now, make a business website, and all that. We treated all this. Research market, decide structure. What your structure look like? There's also another class we're going to do around September or so. Then obtain a backing fund. Yes, consider a business incubator, and if the business requires large scale support. Yes, but for you to get to this stage, your MVP must be ready. Yes, your MVP must be ready. Now, number 10, devise a plan. Draw up a plan. Very, very important. That will help you to raise, do other things and raise the money you need. Set up finances. Yes, include an accounting, cash flow, and all that. We look into all this. Then start marketing and all that. Then you can launch. All right, these are some business cases I want us to look into. OM Engineering Works. Yes, OM Engineering Works was started in 1985. Yes, that's sorry, 87 by OM Prakash Jewels, and operating from a shop in Uttar Pradesh in northern India. He used to sell rubber containers and then plates to battery companies. Yes, but in 2000. Remember when he started in 1987, in the 2000, in the year 2000, he came up with an idea of producing the batteries himself, and later with the idea of smelting and recycling them. Now, since then, the market for these batteries have grown, and breakthroughs in the manufacturing technology have allowed the firm to go from making 20 to 300 batteries a day. 8% of startups go on to become successful businesses. Yes, 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 yes. That's a reality. Not all, only very few, very few. But once you're in, you're in. So types of startup, entrepreneurs go into businesses for many reasons. Yes, many reasons. So that will inform your kind of type of startup you become. Some startups decide to the decisions are based on personal conviction. Some are funded on the desire to make money, and others are mixed of the two. There's some freedom and rest of it. So I wouldn't bother how it works. Now, not all startups fit the same mold. Yes, I always say this, please. Don't because of what this person is doing or how the person is doing, you fit into. No, very, very important. Find out what keeps you different. Now, although they often follow a similar process in their initial evolution, then they are as varied as in types of the personality behind them. Yes, remember we said it in our MBA program. The people behind the business determines what happened to the business. Now, startups can broadly be divided into those that are intended from the outset to be large ventures with a corporate environment, and those intended to work on a more personal scale to suit the lives and the passion of the individual. Yes, so it can be in the big or in the small. These are the major divisions. Then enterprise, portal, a decided website provided content. This is things to know. Micro entrepreneur burn rate and all that. So what happens to you to know what brings you to this is if you're going to be small or going to be large. Yes, 72% growth in the number of fintech startup between 2022. Your growth depends on, am I going to operate small? Am I going to move fast? So these are the things that we know. The burnout, how fast the startup's initial cash balance is going down monthly, and all that. Those burnout rates. Micro entrepreneur who keeps their business small so they can control and manage it alone. Then those who decide to make it great big. So these are the things to know about it. That's about startups. All right. This is the lifestyle, motivational, social startup, and acquisition rates. This is all about growth, and types of life and startups. Working is a passion for the those are their type of motivational, the lifestyle startups, example, an ex-athlete, fit consulting business, types of funding, self-friend, pair, bank loan. Under social startups, we have motivation, making a difference. Yes, example, malaria blood test kits and for startups and other types of funding, community and all that. Then acquisition rates, motivation looks to sell the business from the beginning. Here, example, biotech laboratories, types of funding, outside investors. All these are all types of startups can come from any form, especially in this modern age. Then small businesses, motivation, feeding the family, yes, neighborhood grocery shop and self types of funding. They now move to scale up, yeah, motivation, readiness to grow. The business will now know what we now know now as businesses. Yes, phone app and develop and other types of funding, crowdfunding. Then initiative within a large corporation, the rural business, PC, manufacturers and business. They do that run business, types of funding, internal companies and others. So these are types of businesses as it continues. Then business plan. I think this is where we're talking for today about business plan. Writing a business plan is one of the most important steps in developing a startup. Yes, please, business plan is not because of our money. It's not about raising money. Very, very important. Business plan is not about raising money. So the plan provides the new business goals, market analysis, and projected income and their profits. Very, very important. Very, very important. For those of us that are doing MBA currently, we've done this on projected cash flow and all that. That's one of the major reasons for you need to know what you're expecting and work towards it. Yes, that's how important business plan is, how it works. Before a startup entrepreneur can write a business plan, they need to have done enough research to identify a clear opportunity in the market for the product, service, and to identify how the proposed new business will be uniquely positioned to capture that market, given the services or products being offered, an outline of existing finances and an accurate projection of sales and profits are essential components, especially if the owner is seeking external funding. Yes. If you must do external funding, then you need all this. Even when you're using your own money, you need all these things to know whether you're going forward or going backward. Very, very important. Key elements. Preparing a business plan can take several weeks, and it's worth doing thoroughly. Yes, it's worth doing thoroughly. It's worth doing thoroughly. I will say it a billion times. It's worth doing thoroughly. It is not this one they will tell you that your business plan, come on, let's do it in 1 minute. No, nobody should forget. Nobody should deceive you in that. I know a whole of online environment, they will ask you, just in 5 minutes, your business plan is ready. It's not true. No matter what IT, no matter what tech will give you, no matter what the app you're using, your business plan in 5 minutes is a lie. It's a big lie. You need to do real research. You need to do real research. It's only when you have all your details, all your numbers, all your information, you cannot impute them in the app. App will give you business in 1 minute, business plan in 1 minute. But without the research, without the information, every other thing is a lie. So is that research period, that searching period, that information period is what keeps you. Please don't be deceived on this. That's reality. So it is a vital document for securing funding, yes, so that the financial forecast must be both realistic and accurate. It is being shown to others, yes, per the executive summary. Yeah, pairs the executive summary down to 2 or 4, 2 A4 pages. Yes, you should bring it down. Write it in plain language and then explain any technical terms. Yes, the executive summary is usually just 2 A4 pages. Yeah, that's what we're looking at here. 69% of current small business owners recommend writing a business plan. Yes, they recommend. Yeah, please That's reality. That's for research. Now, this is the content of a business plan. I'm not going to do business plan for you here because this is the content, executive summary, complete this section, you know, last. This is the last thing to be done, bearing in mind that it may be the only part the business person reads. Let me just be frank with us. When you present your business plan, the only part most people read is the executive summary. If the executive summary is so sweet and attract them, they can now go into the women as that. They will not. They will not. So because of our business summary, business aim, financial summary, elevator pitch, all these things are part of it. So the B part of this now, business background, provide details of each person in the the business, the experience, qualification, training, product service or services, ranges, how it's different from others, the market, typical customers, and market research. Look into market strategy is different from the market, please. There are two different environments. Under strategy now, you can choose about three or these methods. Is it social media you're going to use to penetrate? Is it website, word of mouth, just balance it. Know what works for you. Direct marketing. If your product is high, when I mean high, you sell high ticket products, then direct marketing is a must for you. Not just social media. Direct marketing is a must for you. Very, very important. Word of mouth is also a must for you. Then computer analysis, you look into all this, table of competitors, SWOT analysis, USP, look into all this. Then operation and logistics, all this looking into cost and price strategy, look at it, financial forecast, look at all this. Then backup plan, look into a top 5 reasons to write a business plan. Number 1, the process, guides you in your processes, costing, funding. Yes, areas of expertise, then getting to know the competition. Yes, very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Top 5 reasons. Yes. All right. Things to know. SWOT analysis. You need to know. Please study SWOT analysis, or you can also do it in the class as time goes on. Unique selling points. What is all about? Know all these things. Do a research on them. Please. All right. Any question? Any question, any feedback, please? Question, feedback, discussion. I took extra 3 minutes. Okay. Questions, feedback, and discussion. The floor is open for us. Let's talk about it. We are in the question part of the meeting. What are your take homes? What are you going to teach others? What are you going to apply from this one as a business person? Please, the floor is open. The floor is open, please. Who is taking the first shot? You're welcome, sir.
Good morning.
You're welcome, sir. Sir Collins. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning, everyone, this morning.
Morning.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful class. I joined about 8 minutes late, but from the point I joined till this point, it has been awesome. Okay, I want to share my take home from today's class. And that was the very first thing I heard this morning when I tuned in.
Okay.
You said that every single thing fundamental, it takes time to build business. It takes a whole lot of time to build business. But what we see with the younger ones these days is that we just see somebody's business booming. And when we are drafting our business plan, when we are preparing ourselves to go into business, we are already seeing success. So once that success didn't come in the first 6 months, we'll feel as if maybe we've gotten all the things wrong. Let me just dump this business. Let me just try something new. Maybe it's not my calling. And we also have this pilot in this our side that maybe the man even put hand for something and making on the boom like that. Without going close to the man, without knowing how many years the man had tried again and again and again and again. When you were discussing also, you shared to us that you've had this vision of Learn to Live since 2012. Only Only God knew how many times you wanted to start, how many times you dropped it, how many times you came up again. Okay, it must be this year. Okay, you tried one or two things, it didn't work. It's okay, let's push it to next year. Let's leave it to 2020. Then till 2021. Today we all are gathered listening to a vision that, had been invoked since 2012. So this is my take home. For others to talk, I've learned a whole lot this morning that if I'm going into any business tomorrow, I should bear in the back of my mind, we are Christians and we have this, some erroneous teachings that anything we put our hand cannot fail, and we go into life with it, not knowing that in the business world is quite different. One failure can become the benchmark for the next success in business world.
Yeah.
So this is my take home this morning. As I leave the house, I'm living with a refined mentality on starting up a business and seeing it grow to another level. Thank you and God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, that's a very good one. That's a very beautiful one for me. Like you said, the idea of Learn to Live came in 27. Yes, between 25 and 27. That's when the idea came in. 25 and 27. That's when the idea came in. And it was just an idea from 27. Yes, that when it was written down for the first time. Yeah, 27, 28, 29, then uh, 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 2010, yes, then 2011 and 2012 when I registered with CSC and all that. So it didn't just wake up and jump into it. That's just reality. In fact, some friends have asked me sometimes, say, this thing you're doing. I mean, and you're in the East. You're in the East. Why don't you they come to Lagos and all that? Say, we'll come to Lagos, but relax. And they're like, how are you surviving in the East? They kept asking that question. How are you surviving in the East? I say, we're doing it. So think about it. It's not a night thing. It's not a one night arrangement. No, no, no. It takes time. Thank you so much, Sir Collins, for that contribution. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, that's a beautiful one. Okay, next person, please. Next person. Your take home, your contribution. There's someone I wanted to call up. I don't know if he's in this class. Okay, I can't find him. I can't find him. I can't find him. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's move on. Who else? Who else giving us? What's your take on this? What's your take on this? What's your take on this, please? What aspect on all we said, makes so much to you that you can apply it immediately? You can use it, can affect your business. You can make changes and all that, please. I want someone else. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning, Sister Mary. You're welcome.
And my take on this morning is when encouraging us, so to speak, that when we start business, let us not presume that we know this one. At least we can go meet consultants, accountants that can give us ideas. And when we start, let us not forget them. And actually, that's one of the problems we have. And even when you come to Christendom, that's what has made maybe some pastors, and before you see them, they will ask you to pay a huge amount of money because after receiving favor, many of us will run home. But there is this adage that in Igbo, the hand does not forget to remove this feather during rainy season. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. As we are in this school, I know tomorrow, if some, even who have been in this school, we have had opportunity, to travel outside. Yeah, it's always good to remember who has impacted in your life. That's where I want to, yeah. But sometimes we do forget that it's not an idea. Thank you, Doc, for everything. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, that's beautiful. Don't forget where you started from. Yes. Don't forget those people that have been there for you. Yes. Very, very important. The one word, the other, one word, the other, one word, the other. You may need them again. That's reality. Don't forget. Don't forget. Always come back home. Always come back home. Thank you so much. Thank you. But that reminds me, I wrote down something I'm working on. Uh, if your organization must grow, if you must remain, it must be a learning organization. Yes. It must be a learning organization. If your organization must remain, it must be a learning organization. Very, very important. It must be, if you must have, it must be a learning organization. If you must grow, you must have an intelligent organization. So it's very, very important. So if you must have a intelligent organization, you must have a learning organization. These are very, very important. If you must be, you must have a sustained organization, then you must have a learning organization. If you must have a learning organization, if you must have a legacy organization, then make sure that it's sustained. So people will tell you, I want a legacy organization, then get ready to make it a company that is deep into consulting intelligence, deep into intelligence, deep into learning, deep into sustained structures and all that. That's when you can now think about legacy organization. So please, these are part of the process to grow, which I say they all take time. The first thing is to get the knowledge, yes, get the intelligence. From intelligence as an individual, they make your decision intelligent. That your culture comes in, and also we'll look into this as time permits us. Okay, I need us to still talk more about what our takes are this morning. Um, what our takes are this morning. I know this is very, very fundamental, but is a need. Is a need. We'll touch it before we now go into the bigger aspects. In business and other area. Madam Karen, please, we need your contribution on this. Madam Karen, please, I just need your contribution before we move on into other things I want us to look at, please. Madam Karen, please, contribution. Hello, ma. Hello, ma. Can you hear us, please? Madam Karen, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've not heard your voice for some time, so I said, let me call you up.
Dr. Nelson.
Good morning, ma.
One thing that came to mind, I should just say I should speak on anything, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Dr. Nelson.
Good morning, ma.
One thing that came to mind
Good
when
morning.
Collins, yes, good morning. When Collins was speaking was how you had your silent chapters leading up to the public launch.
Yeah.
And during that time, it's not just to sit and wait for the proper time to launch, but it's the time, as you say, I love that term that I learned from you. I use it all the time. It's continuous learning. You have to build yourself during that time, grow. You don't build for where you are, but you build for where you're going. So you work on yourself and you look at where you're going and decide on what the requisite skills are for that place and start to develop them. If it's a 5-year plan, maybe during that time you can do a master's again or do a PhD or do things that will bring you to a certain level that is required for where you're going. So for me, I would say during your silent chapters or your years of growth or preparation, build yourself so that you're solid when the time for launching comes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Continuous
Thank you.
learning. Yes. Don't prepare for where you are. I love this. Prepare for where you're going to. Yes. In fact, I'll put it this way. Stop preparing for today. Prepare for tomorrow. It's the preparation you make today that gives you the tomorrow you will see. I love this. I love this. Stop preparing for today. Stop preparing for today. Prepare for tomorrow. Once you prepare for tomorrow, you will step into the tomorrow naturally. But if your mind is preparing for today, there will be no tomorrow. There will be no tomorrow. I'm just expanding what she said. That's my own take home now. Stop preparing for today, prepare for tomorrow. So you can naturally step into the tomorrow. Most of us prepare for today, and today ends, and nothing for tomorrow. So prepare for tomorrow, prepare for next tomorrow, prepare. At every given point in time, by God's grace, the minimum plan around us is 5 years. At every given, but that we don't know what we are doing, that we are confused is 5 years. There must be a 5-year plan. That's the minimum. That's as far we don't know what we are doing. We don't know what we are all confused. We don't know what we're doing. The minimum around us is 5-year plan. Yes. Yes, 5 years plan. We have it. We have it wrapped up. We have it wrapped up. So please, what's your tomorrow like? What's your tomorrow like? What's your tomorrow like? Mm, mm, mm. Yes. Uh, uh, um, is it Nenia Victoria said, stop preparing for today, yeah, prepare for tomorrow. You're already in your today. So prepare for tomorrow. So when you step into that tomorrow, it won't be sudden to you. Even if there's, yes, the uncertainties will there, people will tell you, if this one happens, yes, when the uncertainties happen, because you've prepared, you will adjust. It's a different thing from someone who did not prepare at all. Do you know that when you prepare for tomorrow and uncertainty, you have a base to launch, you have a base to discuss, you have a base to okay, this is what you have in mind, but you see the difference and adjust. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Yes, thank you again, sir. So just to buttress what I said, last year, Dr. Nelson, if you remember, when I was enrolling for your course, I was 50-50. I was like, oh, my plate is full, my
Yes.
this is that.
Yeah.
But I eventually bit the bullet and did your consulting course for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the first things you said at that time was, when that this consulting is something that every organization would need, and a time will come when if your organization is going through anything downsizing, you will not be afraid, you won't shake.
Sure.
Today my organization is going through downsizing, as I've mentioned before, restructuring as we call it, and it gave me some level of concern, I must be honest. But then again, when I think of this training that I've done with you, all the things I've learned, and the training has actually opened my eyes to many other opportunities, you know. So when I think of it, I'm like, okay, I didn't prepare for where I was at that time, if you get what I mean. I was preparing for the future.
Yeah.
And now this thing that Dr. Nelson was talking about has met me, but because I'm prepared, I'm not shaking.
Not at
You get
all.
what I mean? Yes, it also helps you to build your confidence when you prepare for tomorrow. It's a future investment you're building in yourself. You're building your capacity, you're building yourself, building your skills. When the time comes, if there's a need for something that affects you, for instance, your organization is restructuring or you have to retire, it could be anything. If you have to retire, for instance, you're not afraid that, oh, what's next for me? You've already prepared yourself. You built a solid foundation. So the retirement will meet you, but you step away and then you can even come back and start consulting, maybe as a PhD student or somebody with a master's or somebody who has prepared themselves for the next phase of their lives. So I think preparation is very important. And as we know, there's a saying that when opportunity meets preparation, success is inevitable. So we must continue to prepare ourselves. Dr. Nelson, when he said this was a concept as early as 2005 or so, and he had to work on it till all the way till 2012, and then he only launched in 2021. It shows you that his silent chapters, he was really working on himself, building himself. I got to know about Learn to Live just last year. But look at how long it took you to build. So it's very important that we build ourselves for tomorrow, not for today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. You see why I always call you. It's why I always call you. I really appreciate how you get things connected and all that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I believe we are learning. Please, if you've learned this morning from the contributions and all that, please can you just type something on the message? Already getting some types of there because we may not have all the time to listen to everybody. Just type something on the message. Just type something on the message. Okay, okay, your name is not that clear, but what you said is today will soon end. Yes, I am taking my thoughts, good plans, and ideas beyond today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, today, in fact, today is already gone. Today is already gone. It's already gone. So let your thought and your idea, your plans, your everything about you go beyond today. I love that. I love that take home. I love that take home. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful one. Oh, I love that take home. I love that take home. We'll have just like 5 minutes to go. Let me show us this. Okay, our next class will be raising money, how to raise money. Yeah, raising money. And that class may take like 40 minutes or thereabouts. So I may take more longer time to dwell on this. Raising money. Please have it at the back of your mind. That will be our next class Monday, raising money. So you can get your friends and all that, invite others. Then in September, I told us at that time, we're going to do this. We're going to do this boardroom deep thinking boardroom meeting. It's going to be an online program on a Saturday. Yes, Saturday. I'll get the full. This is just. I'll still post the full flyer so you can have it more broad to study. It's going to be from 8 to 6 p.m. Time program. I see the break period and all that. So for those of us that will participate, virtually is 50,000 naira. For non-virtual is 150,000. Those that do physical class. And if you want to do physical class, it will be in Enugu. Yes, our Enugu Study Center. That's where it will hold. The date for the physical class is 13th September. So start preparing. The for the virtual, while online physical class is 20th. So a Saturday is 13th for those that will do online. Then those that will do physical class is on the 20th is on next Saturday. So everything is left for you to register. The number is here. Just put up a call, put up a SMS, put up a WhatsApp, and we are good to go. These are details of what you're going to learn. So I will still post it on the platform. Please get ready for it. Our focus will be 3 major areas: finance, structure, and creating your team members, indispensable team members. With this, we are good to go. We are good to go. Okay. If you have any question, you can always ask. Good. Sister Mary, when you prepare for tomorrow, you will enter it freely. Beautiful. Sir Eric said, preparation is the currency to buy the future. Thank you, sir. 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 They are beautiful ones. Thank you, sir. Okay, Sister Mary, please. Okay, your hand is up one more time. Make it a very, very big one. Yes.
No, I just wanted to complete this. So that sentence that when she was sharing, Mrs. Sharing was sharing, when opportunity is here, I wanted to give the full sentence, but I could not.
Okay,
If you can repeat the
okay. What
when
Madam Karen said.
yes, an opportunity means
Madam
something.
Karen, are you still in the call, please? If you're still in a meeting,
Yes, sir.
someone needs your attention.
Yes, sir. It's the saying is when preparation meets opportunity. When preparation meets opportunity, success is inevitable.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
When preparation meets
opportunity. Success is inevitable. Success is a must. Success must come. Yes. Good. Well, we just have less than 60 seconds to close up. I want to say thank you to everyone. Next week is very, very important. We are moving up now. We are moving up gradually. Yeah, time will come. We'll close this platform to only registered members. Yes. But we're moving up. We're going into, it's called conclave. And what is conclave? Where important decisions are taken. Are discussed. So time will come, it won't be for everybody again because things like this is not for everybody. Yes. what we're doing is not for everybody. Yes, reality. In fact, there's a place, a platform I made post on by Conclave, and it was 5 a.m. in the morning. Somebody said it's not too early. It is, but she was just giving, I mean, she's a big consultant. She was giving all the excuses. You know what I wrote? It's not for everybody. That was the only answer I gave. Didn't shock her. As I speak to you, she entered class. So, same person that was complaining, she entered class. So that's just reality. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's for the few, which I call the critical mass. Yeah. On this, I want to say thank you to everyone. Let's do it again next week, Monday. The flyer will be out. Please invite your friends, your companies, let them register for the program. Especially the online section, they cannot come to Enugu. Just 50,000 naira. It's going to be a deep, 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 deep section. It will be a deep, deep, deep class. That's Saturday, first session, second and third. So you can be doing what you're doing. You're in class and doing all your assignments and all that. It doesn't stop you. Thank you. God bless all of us. See us on Monday next week. God's grace.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you, sir.
everyone.
Good night. Bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
blessed
Thank you.
day.
Thank you. Thank you.